G'day, how's it going? It is your mate Failbet coming at you with a Shadowverse 101 budget deck guide stream. This one focusing on aggro sword. So we tried this deck out on the master ladder to some success. You know, we won a whole bunch of games, but then we lost games whenever our opponent played a ward or a healing card. So obviously it still suffers from the same sort of weaknesses as most aggro decks, and that is ward is cheat. So the main idea is to go face with this deck. But I did choose this matchup on ladder against Shadowcraft, even though it's probably not the strongest deck, Shadowcraft on the ladder at the moment. I chose it because I was presented with an opportunity where I could go face or trade, and I felt as if, you know, trading here was the right idea. So I'm using this spotlight to show you that sometimes, as much as it might pain you as an aggro player to do it, I know it pains me, you do need to trade. So obviously we have a pretty good curve here, but we're going to get rid of at least one quick blader in the Kunoichi. See if we can get that 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately we don't. But we still have the quick blader, which is always good in hand. So the main idea, like I said, play fast, play aggressive, apply pressure, and the quick blader is a good way to do that. Unfortunately, we drew another set of 5 drops, which is pretty bad. But the Demon Eater, not quite enough to really challenge us at this stage. We did get the Oathus Knight, thankfully, to kind of round out our board. And just going face here, of course. Next turn, we have the Princess Juliet, which is pretty effective as well. Obviously they're going to trade, because if they don't, they lose. But for us, we still go face here, right? Because we have the initiative, we have the advantage, and forcing them to trade will make them, you know, sacrifice parts of their board. But of course, this Bellinus is a pretty nice 2-for-1, and then they clear us out and drop nothing, which is pretty bad for them, but it's very good for us, because we drew another 2-drop to combo with our Holy Bear Knight, and we basically have the same board again, although we miss out on some damage. But they did have the Seraphic Blade, which is bad for us, and Lady Grey, which is the drain. So here is the opportunity for me to showcase an instance of when you needed to trade, right? So that's healing, of course, and they go back up to 17. We can't leave that on board because it's just too much for us to deal with. We play the round table, evolve the Juliet, and trade into their drain minion, and I figured since I'm trading, I may as well go with the full trade and get rid of that 1-1, win the board, and still deal that 1 bit of damage. So in this instance, it was very important for us to not only get rid of the healing, but to win the board, because 5, 6, and 7 tend to be quite powerful turns for Shadowcraft. They did use their last evolve, which is also really nice for us, and it means that now, with Sky Commander Celia in hand, we have our win condition. So I evolve my ambush, make sure that those are protected against spells and trades in preparation for Sky Commander Celia, and of course just dealing that extra damage there. The Corpse Sword does evolve, there's nothing we could have done about that, but obviously we're not going to trade into that. The trading is done, we won the board, and they have to win it back from us, but little do they know, we have lethal in hand with Celia. So that's how you win with this deck. You drop the Celia, combo her with your ambushes, which is really effective, and then swing for that last bit of damage. So, pretty easy deck to pilot. Really the only times you need to trade are when they have ward, like I said, or if they have some form of healing. But basically, you have a low curve, make the most of it. Mulligan hard for your 1-drops, hope for a 2 and 3-drops, and just keep applying face damage, and eventually you'll be able to pressure the board so much that they're forced to trade and play reactively. And once you have that advantage, you have your board presence, you throw down your Sky Commander Celia for lethal. But other win conditions do exist in the deck. You have the Dragon Knights on turn 8, which are incredible. Because they do offer Storm as well, or you can just keep going with your Round Table Assemblies for Juliet, which is basically 6 damage if you have the Evolve, or your Kunoichi Masters, which can swing for 7 if you have the Evolve. So that's how you play the deck. Not very simple, but very, very effective. Sorry, it is very simple. Who am I kidding? So this has been a Shadowverse 101 budget deck guide video for Aggro Sword, and I have been your mate Failbait. You can find the deck list in the information below, along with my Twitter and Twitch pages, where you can get even more Shadowverse 101 content. But if you are enjoying this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, keep hitting face.